Lisbon, the capital of Portugal, is home to many beautiful sights and landscapes. Here are some of them. 1. Belém Tower. This is one of the most famous attractions in Lisbon. Built in the 16th century as a Gothic tower. Located on the coast of Portugal with beautiful sea and sandy views, this tower is one of the most famous attractions in Lisbon. 2. São Jorge Castle. This castle is located on the highest hill in Lisbon and is one of Lisbon's landmarks. Built in the 11th century, the castle is one of the most important historical sites in Portugal, from which you can overlook the beauty of the city. 3. Rocio Square. This is one of the most famous squares in Lisbon and one of the oldest and most important transportation hubs in Lisbon. There are many historical buildings and beautiful fountains here, and it is a must-see when visiting Lisbon. 4. Fernando Man-Made Mountain. This is one of the most popular parks in Lisbon. Located in the center of the city, with vast green areas, lakes and beautiful gardens. It's the perfect place to relax and rest, as well as a great place to enjoy the city views. 5. Élysée Museum. This is one of the most important art museums in Lisbon, displaying artworks and precious collections from various periods in Europe. Built in the 19th century, this museum is one of the cultural and artistic centers of Lisbon. 6. Belém Cultural Center. This is one of the most modern and important cultural centers in Lisbon. Located in the beautiful Belém district, it is one of the representatives of Lisbon's modern culture with many exhibitions, concerts, films and other cultural events. 7. Glass Tower. Located in Lisbon's new town, this tower is a modern building with a spectacular view. From here, you can overlook the beautiful scenery of the whole city, and it is a good place to enjoy the panoramic view of Lisbon city. 8. Church of Santo Domingo. This is a famous Gothic church built in the 13th century, boasting exquisite artwork and decorations. This church is one of the most important religious buildings in Lisbon. 9. Maria II Bridge. This bridge is located on the river in Lisbon and is one of Lisbon's landmark buildings. The bridge is 2.2 kilometers long and is one of the longest suspension bridges in Europe, from which you can overlook the beautiful scenery of the entire city. 10. Plaza de Justice. This is one of the largest squares in Lisbon, with many historic buildings and beautiful gardens. This is one of the busiest and liveliest places in Lisbon, and one of the cultural and commercial centers of Lisbon. 11. Belém Tower. This is a spectacular historic building built in the 16th century and is one of Lisbon's most famous landmarks. It used to be a fortress and is now a museum that showcases the history and culture of Portugal. 12. Lisbon Castle. This castle is located on a hill in Lisbon and has a magnificent panoramic view of the city. Built in the 11th century, the castle is one of the oldest buildings in Lisbon. 13. Castelo Beach. This is one of the most popular beaches in Lisbon, with golden sand and crystal clear waters. It is a great place for leisure and water sports, which are a special feature of Lisbon. 14. São João Church. This is a beautiful Renaissance-style church built in the 16th century, boasting exquisite artwork and decorations. This church is one of the most important religious buildings in Lisbon. 15. University of Lisbon. This is one of the oldest and most important universities in Portugal, founded in the 13th century. There are many historical buildings and beautiful gardens. It is a place full of culture. 16. Cristo's retouched statue. This is a huge statue with a height of 28 meters. It was built in the early 20th century and is one of Lisbon's landmarks. The statue is located on a hill from which a magnificent panoramic view of the city can be enjoyed. In general, Lisbon is a city full of history and culture, with many famous sights and scenery. Whether you like historic architecture, beautiful natural scenery, or a modern cultural center, Lisbon will keep you coming back.